CBS 5 investigates the latest case of a child left in a hot car.
In fact, we told you about this case on Tuesday. A 4-month-old girl died inside of a van near 39th Avenue in Cactus. Phoenix police say the dad forgot about his foster child after taking her to an appointment. And at this point, nobody's been arrested. No charges have been recommended. This now marks the 8th hot car case in the Valley this year, and so far charges were filed in 5 of them. Our question tonight: how do police and prosecutors decide which of these cases are actual crimes and which ones are just accidents?
Our chief investigative reporter Morgan Lowe is here to help sort all of this out. So, do all of these cases end up in court?
No, most of them do, but not all of them. These are tough cases because most of these adults just forgot their kids were in the car, and none of them intended for the children to die or to get injured. So it's up to police and prosecutors to decide whether the adults failed to protect the child against a substantial or unjustifiable risk. In a lot of these cases, that is what it comes down to.
As you and I were walking here to the studio, we were kind of chatting about some of these cases, and I think some of the alarming aspect of this is that when it comes to pressing charges, it really does seem so subjective.
It is subjective, and defense attorneys that we spoke to today said that it is too subjective, these standards. And one of those lawyers, Chris Doran, described that prosecutorial discretion like this.
If the police decide they're not going to submit charges, it's very unlikely that that charge will ever reach a prosecutor's office and be charged formally. Even if they do decide they're going to submit charges, there's still a lot of discretion at the prosecutor's office to decide if they're going to file formal charges or not and what charges they are going to file.
And in hot car cases where we're talking about mistakes, not intentional acts, that discretion is the difference between someone potentially going to prison and another person not even getting a ticket.
But you listen to that, and there have to be some factors that go into those decisions.
Absolutely. And police and prosecutors will say that they weigh each case separately on its own merits. But defense attorneys gave us a different set of factors that they have seen in practice. Was it hot outside? If it happens during hot weather where a reasonable person would know that the heat is dangerous, they're more likely to get charged. What is the defendant's background? Is this an upstanding member of society or someone with criminal issues? And is the defendant sympathetic? That makes it a lot tougher to win prosecution in a jury trial. And the final factor is it a high-profile case? If this got a lot of media attention, it is realistically has a much higher chance of getting prosecuted.
And it'll be interesting to see what happens with this most recent case with the foster family. All right, Chief Investigative Reporter Morgan Lowe, as always, thank you for breaking that down for us.